By June 2026, Injective completed a structural pivot. The protocol reorganized its entire technological stack, moving away from the crowded market of general-purpose networks to operate strictly as a specialized, finance-first Layer 1 blockchain. This transition occurred under severe macroeconomic pressure. Throughout 2025, a prolonged market-wide deleveraging compressed INJ from its prior peak down to a multi-month accumulation range of $5 to $6.8. Facing this sustained price compression, the network stopped prioritizing speculative retail narratives. Instead, developers committed to strict structural execution, focusing on the underlying mechanics of institutional trade settlement. The macro reality of the asset reflects this shift. Out of a hard-capped supply of 100 million tokens, over 57.3 million are locked in active staking, leaving an exceptionally thin tradable float on the open market. The network's objective is to engineer asset scarcity by shifting from discretionary marketing to automated protocol-level supply contraction. This structural focus yielded major regulatory milestones, notably the April 2026 launch of the first U.S. CFTC-regulated INJ futures contract via Bitnoimial. Yet this institutional approval masks a stark internal vulnerability. The network suffers from a massive liquidity fracture. This dashboard illustrates the discrepancy. On one side, the network possesses the base layer engine capacity to process up to 25,000 transactions per second. On the other, its total value locked, the actual liquidity deposited into the ecosystem, sits at an anemic $18.67 million. This link linking transaction volume and token scarcity creates a specific dependency. If liquidity remains thin, the network's primary mechanism for supply contraction cannot function as intended. To understand exactly how this core vulnerability functions, we have to first deconstruct the protocol from the ground up, starting with its underlying execution layer and moving directly into its monetary policy. Most Ethereum-compatible networks scale by isolating execution environments into fragmented Layer 2 rollups or sidechains. This requires bridges, which introduce delays and security risks. Injective maps a different path. This diagram shows its monolithic MultiVM design. Multiple virtual machines, Cosmwasm, the native EVM++, and the Solana virtual machine, operate concurrently, directly inside the Tendermint Layer 1 consensus model. Because they share the exact same state root and block height, developers achieve atomic composability. A transaction can cross between virtual machines in a single block, without relying on external relayers. This is governed by the MultiVM token standard, or MTS. The MTS ensures that a single canonical token balance exists identically across all three runtime environments. The EVM++ layer registers these native Cosmos denominations as precompile addresses. This allows developers to read and write Solidity smart contracts with zero gas overhead for asset translation. Operating a monolithic state eliminates the risk of token duplication. There are no fractional reserve bridging errors or third-party custody layers to fail. Running multiple execution layers natively poses an immediate engineering challenge. Without heavy parallelization, the network would instantly succumb to state bloat and severe transaction congestion. This model demonstrates topological parallel execution. The system analyzes incoming transactions and maps them into a dependency-directed acyclic graph. Any transactions with non-overlapping smart contract states are isolated and executed concurrently across 32 or more CPU cores, maintaining a state conflict rate of less than 1%. To manage the resulting data storage, Injective utilizes SayDB 2.0. This engine writes only binary diffs to a dual-column flat key value store, which cuts disk I/O bottlenecks by a factor of 10. These specialized state management pipelines are what guarantee the sustained 25,000 to 30,000 TPS required by institutional algorithmic traders. High throughput capacity has limited utility without a secure, regulated denomination of value to actually settle the trades. In May 2026, Circle deployed native USDC and its cross-chain transfer protocol directly onto Injective. This replaced trust-based bridged assets with institutional-grade stablecoin settlement. This integration allowed the Cosmos Hub and DYDX to officially adopt Injective USDC as the canonical stablecoin standard across the entire inter-blockchain communication ecosystem. Skip Protocol's routing layer enforces this denomination, making Injective USDC the default collateral and settlement asset across all connected sovereign chains. With liquidity standardized, the network pushed the Vulcan mainnet upgrade, introducing a 90% reduction in the gas fees required to run on-chain price oracles. Cheaper data feeds immediately lower the overhead for complex agentic finance. Autonomous AI swarms can now utilize the network's Model Context Protocol server to execute perpetual swaps and rebalance portfolios programmatically. By standardizing USDC settlement and reducing oracle overhead, Injective provides the infrastructure required by high-volume interchain applications like DYDX and the Cosmos Hub. Injective's monetary policy is explicitly designed to extract value from this specific transaction volume. In the early 2026, governance proposal IIP 617 triggered the supply squeeze. The protocol abandoned standard inflation offsets, implementing a dual action mechanism to force a compounding contraction of the circulating supply. This equation maps the core monetary policy. Delta S represents the net change in Injective circulating supply per epoch. The first variable is issuance. IIP 617 imposes hard-capped bounds on new token minting, mathematically restricting the annualized rate between a floor of 4% and a ceiling of 10%, regardless of staking ratios. The subtraction side dictates the burn. The protocol automatically destroys 60% of all ecosystem fees weekly, while the monthly community buybacks permanently remove even more tokens from circulation. Because the vast majority of tokens are already locked in staking, this aggressive programmatic burning actively suffocates the active float. As long as network volume persists, the asset is primed for exponential mathematical scarcity. The mechanics of the supply squeeze are dependent on one specific variable: continuous, heavy on-chain activity. While IIP 617 caps the issuance of new tokens, the actual destruction of the circulating supply relies entirely on the fees generated by decentralized exchanges and dApp interactions. As total value locked drops to $18.67 million, order book depth thins out, causing severe slippage for large institutional trades. When this constrained liquidity discourages trading, fee generation contracts. This stalls the programmatic burn, leaving token value reliant entirely on capped issuance. A compounding friction point emerged in April 2026, when Agora announced it would permanently cease issuing its AUSD stablecoin on the network. Agora's exit concentrates Injective's entire settlement framework. The Cosmos derivatives pipeline now operates with a single point of failure reliance on Circle's USDC. The technical architecture works, but it is highly vulnerable to liquidity fractures and operational disruptions from centralized stablecoin issuers. Beyond liquidity, the network faces intense centralization at the consensus level. The IIP 617 supply squeeze passed with a 99.89% approval rate. This overwhelming consensus reflects a voting base driven heavily by corporate entities and massive institutional stakers, leaving retail participants with virtually no influence over protocol upgrades. Integrating firms like Next Finance Tech provides institutional security and acts as a compliant gateway routing regulated Japanese corporate capital into the network. Yet, this regulated capital secures highly aggressive financial primitives. The network enables the permissionless trading of synthetic pre-IPO markets, allowing users to take 5x leverage on private shares like SpaceX without traditional brokerage oversight. This creates a severe structural tension. Injective is actively courting highly regulated traditional capital to secure its nodes, while simultaneously hosting cross-border synthetic derivatives that place it directly in the sights of global securities regulators. By mid-2026, Injective operates with a distinct dual identity. It is a triumph of high-speed execution engineering paired with an aggressively constrained liquidity profile. The integration of a monolithic MultiVM, CFTC-regulated futures, and interchain USDC adoption establishes a premier financial infrastructure, but those achievements must be weighed against a severely limited active total value locked. To survive and scale, Injective must convert its transaction throughput and regulatory pipelines into sticky, multi-million-dollar liquidity. If it fails to attract that capital depth, it risks becoming a brilliant, highly specialized, yet underutilized financial sandbox.